Welcome back. Let me ask you something. What would you do if one day you realize that being a rock artist is not really your forte, so you want to switch to a more Afro-beat? Well, our guest did exactly that. Nicholas Souko, an Afro Benga musician, is also joined by Dan Kimani. Kim, it's good to see you here. Karibu sana, Nick.
Thanks, man.
Okay, you know what? Where do we start? Let's start with your story. Why music?
Why music?
Family, school.
You know,
watched a certain video or a certain artist?
No, people say, most musicians say it's inborn.
Yes.
For me, it wasn't really inborn. For me, I looked up to my mother. She used to sing at these telecommunications when it was...
Right.
I used to see her on tele every single day, and go like, mom, yeah?
Wow.
And that's why...
So your mom used to sing?
My mom
and sing well?
And sing really
good.
Well. Then thereafter, I went to the village. We used to close school, go to the village. We hadn't made it like in time, so we used to go spend with my grandma.
Right.
Then my grandma realized I could sing. I didn't realize then, and took me to a choir in
the village.
In the village, where I sang for 4 years.
Wow.
As a tenor.
Wow.
Yes, recorded an album with them. Then started singing for another church. So I sang for 2 churches. One is usually, it's known in Kisumu, it's called Maseno. This is church band. And then that's why I came to Nairobi after I cleared my O-levels.
Right.
Then joined the Journey band.
Journey, that's a university
yes,
band, isn't it?
Yes, Nairobi University band. Joined the Journey band.
As what? As a...
just as a vocalist. But by that time, I just cleared high school. I used to do a lot of rapping. I was just trying out the
rapping.
Singing, but yeah.
Okay. But that was kind of cool. I mean, I would imagine at that time when you came to Nairobi, rap or hip hop for that matter was like, the in thing to do then.
Yes.
So why didn't you settle with rap and, launch yourself as, like a Montel? Because, you're quite, how tall are you? 6 something?
I'm 6'4".
Montel is what? 6'9", 6'7".
Yeah.
So you'd have been a nice Montel Jordan,
It is, yeah.
So that wasn't your forte though?
No.
Okay, go on.
So, started singing with a friend of mine called Timothy. He was my best friend at that moment. We don't see each other anymore. I don't know why.
Okay, that's a story for another day.
Yeah. So, started singing, but I was rapping, he was singing. And we sang around cathedral churches, Anglican churches basically, in Nairobi.
So more hip-hop gospel artists?
Yes. And he used to tell me every day, Nick, stop rapping. You can rap really, really well. And
but this is not your thing.
I think you can sing. So at some point, Lee Kanyotu is a producer. Also told me, Nick, stop rapping. We were in studio, stop rapping. Try singing. You can rap really well, but your voice is for a singer. So
I see. So it's not that you were not a good... You couldn't put, rhymes together.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot, a bit. We won some of the shows we were performing at. So that's when I started singing really, really seriously. I was used to hallelujah, hallelujah,
Well, so the transition. Okay, so here you are as a hip hop artist, and very good at it.
Yes.
When did you switch to rock singing?
I switched to rock. I was in after I cleared high school. I was in I was learning about God at that moment. I was lost, but I decided to find where God is. So a friend of mine introduced me to a place called Navigators.
Yes. Been there for a while.
Yeah. So I started rapping from there.
Okay.
And then at Navigators, went for a gig where Journey Band was performing.
Right. And you joined Journey Band.
Yeah. So I asked them, "Hey, you guys, can I join your band?" And they asked me, "Are you a vocalist?" I said, "I can try." So that's why I joined the Journey Band.
Good one.
For 2 years.
I see.
Was a vocalist for 2 years.
Did you used to write rock for Journey Band?
No, I didn't write for them any music. We just used to sing.
So the interesting bit then comes on this one. So from rock, I've never heard of anyone who switches from rock to Benga. Wow. I mean, and I was telling Nick that I'd love to hear your music. Tell us about that transition and what informed that.
The transition from rock to benga came in when I was at All Saints one Saturday. Just like a loose Saturday, I was seeing a friend of mine, and I found these guys just jamming. I love music, so they're just jamming. They're just playing. They even don't know what they're playing, but they're just playing. You know, you should get into a place where guys call it zone, where guys are on zone.
I know what you mean, yeah.
So I was like, you guys are playing really, really nice music, yeah. And
what was it, benga?
No, it was just kawaida. It was not benga. It was not. They were just jamming. Yes,
nice
just
jamming, sort of thing. Okay.
So I asked them, "Hey, you guys are good. You guys are really, really good." And they knew me, so it's like, fine, you do your thing. Let's play and you sing. So that's where I started singing rock still. But then a friend of mine, Kanji Mbogwa.
Kanji, yes.
I wanted to go to music school. So I asked him, what Mamlaka Chapel, and he told me, the best person who would suit you to train your voice would be Helen.
Yes, and very true.
That's Africa.
Very true.
And a few of my friends also had told me, just before he told me, Nick, go to Helen, and because you're an African artist, because of your voice. I have a kind of rusty voice. So I was like, hey, everyone is just telling me to go to Helen, what's up? So I actually looked for Helen. That took me a while, and I found him. And saw Helen, and we started classes with Helen and Aaron Rimbu. Yes. And he is the one who told me, you are an African artist. So he placed me and told me, I'm giving you the way, walk.
Absolutely.
So that's why I decided to be
like a benga artist.
Benga.
But what does that mean, Nick? I mean, you've got the best of three worlds. You've done hip-hop and done it very well. You've done rock and did that very well. And now you're into benga. This is interesting. And benga.
Yes.
So, are you going to lose the two genres that you've done well in into benga? Are you thinking about fusing, or what's the plan? Forget hip-hop, forget rock singing, and focus now on African music?
While I was discovering God, this is a funny bit about it. When I was discovering God, when I did my Mizizi.
Yes. I went through it 10 weeks. It's an amazing experience.
It was just at this, and I would encourage anyone to do Mizizi.
So would I. Amen.
It's the thing to do.
Absolutely.
When I was discovering Mizizi, it's when God started giving me, parts of my life.
Absolutely.
Putting them together, and then I knew I was a writer, and I started writing music. And still I was singing with the Awakening Band, which was Plotia's band, which was a rock band, but I'd already started doing Afro, so doing Afrox. And started writing my music. Yeah, just started writing with Mizizi, started doing music. And then immediately after Mizizi, did School of Prayer. Now I got
You've
into
done
God.
The full thing.
Yeah. Now I got into God's shoes, and God was leading me. And that's when I wanted to record my album. But I took a pause.
Right.
God led me to go and work for him and serve him. So I worked at Mavuno Church for a year. So I put everything I was doing on pause for a year. And during that time, I asked God one thing. If I can serve you, you can do this for me. Because I had no funds, I had nothing. I only knew names, but
absolutely, yeah. Didn't know how to use them for your benefit.
Yeah. But I told God, I want something from your own. Yeah. And God started revealing me stuff. He started telling me, okay, do this. That's where I met Kim. And
you're going to see what Kim is, how good Kim is.
I met Kim, and she was playing, and I was like, oh my goodness, this guy is so good. And because he was he's an African acoustic. And because I already realized my genre, we just bonded immediately from day one.
So